A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we're going to be attempting to review the Carpro DabDab, which is an ultra plush wash mitt with stiffer core. Dun, 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 dun. Looks pretty cool, this like fluorescent orange and white thing. But before we go to the product, let's just read our product information, our due diligence. So it's a unique super soft wash mitt, a special blend of long and short fibres. Designed, so it's plush, designed to safely remove dirt during the washes on coated or non-coated vehicles, of course. We designed it with a stiffer core. The core is not that stiff, okay, in my opinion. That follows the contours of the body to maximise the contact area and improved dirt lifting properties. It might be stiff compared to a mitt, but not stiff compared to a pad, which is something we'll talk about in a second. The double-sided design allows you to carry more water. Does it? Well, maybe if there's pads on both sides, yeah, I'll go with that. And shampoo from the bucket to the vehicle for more cleaning power and a safer overall wash. Part of a panel and then wash part of a panel and then flip the DabDab. I hate dib over. Keep going back over the same section for a more cleaning action. DabDab will surely increase your wash efficiency. Okay, I don't think it'll increase your wash efficiency, but I just think it might be a very nice tool to use to wash your vehicle. And there's good care instructions there about tumbling and not using fabric softeners now to wash it, which is important. And of course it comes in this sealed bag, which you could reuse, but yeah, why not? If you want to, you could reuse it. It's breathable, I think, as well. So yeah, why not? Now, so let's just go over this. You can see the size there. It looks roughly about 7 by 5, doesn't it, to me? Something like that. But it's a good size that you can get your hands around so that it's not going to drop. Now, we are going to do a comparison, a quick sneak preview there, of some other things later on, and other wash media. But this size used to be favourable. This is the Duca, 7 by 7, but you can't really get your hands around it. So you could do that and you'd be like stretching it, or you'd end up doing that when you're doing the side of the car. But it wasn't quite the ideal size. Duca do a smaller one as well. But everyone used to go for this size. And I actually think that side is better. I think it's better. But it's preference, and there's not a lot in it either way. You can drop the ones that you can't get your hands around the side of when you're doing the side of the car, because they're a lot heavier when they're full up with water and suds. Put that away. Okay, so that's good. But if you were worried about dropping it, you've also got this little loop that you can put through your wrist, and then you could never really drop it. And you could let your hands, you could let it fall and use your hands almost, but I don't think you'd want it dangling around. I'm not sure if I really want that thing on there. I don't want the label on there, but I could cut both of these off if I wanted to, I think, without damaging this. But I think I'd leave the loop on and maybe take the label off. There we go. So the other thing is, like I mentioned, it's not that stiff in comparison to some other pads. It's not massively thick, but about the right thickness. And it is lovely and soft. It's Korean made. This cost me £13.99 from Into Detailing. To give you a price check, the Deli pad, which is like the microfiber madness equivalent of that pad, which is slightly different, that costs about £14.50 and it's roughly the same size. I've got it in there. The pad, I've bought the pad as well. The Incredi pad, similar sort of price at the similar size. The Geon Smoothie wash pad is about £16. Again, similar sort of price, but the Geon is a wash pad that you could also put your hand into. This, strictly speaking, shouldn't really be called a wash mitt because you can't put your hand inside it. And that's what the definition of a mitt is, from mittens, I guess. You put your hand in it. But they've called it a wash mitt, maybe because of that little loop. I don't really care. Now, the due diligence of the review. Yes, if you go onto AliExpress or Temu, you can go and find similar microfiber pads for probably £2 to £3 that won't fall to bits instantly. They'll be half decent and they'll be a lot more affordable. But you can say that about any detailing accessory now, any brand, anything that's out there. If it's new, they've got about 2 to 3 months before their product will appear on the barber dang 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 dang, and it will be like 1/10 of the price, and you'll all be going, well, this product's a rip-off because you can get it on Alibaba for like 15p. But it's not, is it? There's a bit more to it, and we've had that discussion before on the channel. if you support the Alibaba if you support it too much, then the industry that it's copying will give up because it won't be worthwhile innovating anything, because it will be copied and sold for a fraction of the price within weeks. So if everyone goes on the it's addictive, that is. If everyone goes on there and Temu and buys all their stuff, then do not moan when the detailing business is shut down in 5 to 10 years' time, because that behaviour will make it happen. That being said, I've got some stuff from AliExpress and Alibaba. I tend not to do it, but for little brushes and stuff, I have done. Not for microfiber. Well, actually, I do have microfiber from Alibaba, so I've done it. So yeah, what the hell are you talking about, John? But if you keep doing it, if you don't support and buy this stuff, the good stuff, then the stuff they copy won't get innovated. Same with all the tooling, the mechanical tools, you know, the power tools and stuff. So I don't know. I don't try and take a moral high ground, because we've all bought stuff off there, haven't we? But you can't go crazy with it. With great power comes great responsibility. Anyway, get on with this video. Let's go and use this thing. Right. So we've got a dirty car outside. Ooh, I'm recovering from a stinking cold. Horrible. But I'm feeling okay now. He says coughing his guts out. Car's just got a little bit of dirt on it. Nothing major, a little bit of bird poo. I'm more interested in this. So we'll just dunk it in here. I've got Geon Bathe. I could probably do with a little bit more liquid, a bit more soap going on in here, couldn't I? Like blast it up a little bit, get your foam juices going. Maybe put a bit of shampoo in the mitt. But that's rich enough, isn't it? That's kind of rich enough. Yeah. So I want to put this. I'll tell you what, it's all nice and slidey. It's not sticking, which is really good. It's a lot heavier with all the water in it, but it's not too heavy. And it's what I thought it would be. It's lovely. It really is lovely. So there are certain people that are going to feel that these are the best types of way to wash your car. And you won't really see me disagreeing. But I've been using Chanel's for the last 5 years. Ever since we did that test. I would love to see a Chanel type pad, just like this, but a Chanel, a really high quality, unique Chanel. Really nice, you know, more denser than your average Chanel, like a detailing brand attempt at a Chanel, where they go mad. This wash of it's lovely. And I am starting to realise that loop is quite a good idea. Because look, I've got no pressure on there, I can never drop it. It's just never going to go, it's quite clever. I don't know if I ever would drop it, but I'm not, that loop is not frustrating me or bugging me. I get frustrated really easily. Just one of those guys. Yeah. I love this. We'll say if you want to use the other side and you've got it there, and that's no problem at all really. You're going to twist it a little bit, but I think the first thing that's going to fail is eventually that will eventually sort of wear out, won't it? That will fail before this thing does. Maybe the foam inside it will go. I like the colours because you can see any bits of dirt that you get in there, and you will pull dirt in there, but you can also see it sinking into the mitt, which is kind of quite nice. So when you go into your bucket, you rub it up and down your grit guard or whatever, hopefully you should release it. Yeah. I don't really need to see any more, guys. It's bloody lovely. It's just going. Lovely. What's it like with the grills and all that sort of stuff? Well, this car's not the best example for that, but even, you know, when you're bending over and getting in all these bits, it's good. God, my guts are going. Right, let's take this in. Oh, I'm so ill. I'm so ill. I'm not. You know when you get a virus, it takes like 5 to 7 days to shrug off a virus, didn't it? I came down with a virus on Friday night. I was in bed. I woke up about 1 o'clock, all like delirious. God knows. I was dreaming about Porsche Boxsters, like cheap Porsche Boxsters, and I couldn't get the cheap Porsche Boxster out of my head. But it was like a horrible dream, like a nightmare, just all lucid and weird. And then I was like, oh, my throat's burning and I feel all shaky. And then, yeah, the next day, weak, coughing, sinus, headache. We're now Wednesday and I feel a little bit better. And last night I had a good night's sleep without any of that weird dreaming stuff. And I just feel a bit wiped out now. You can see I'm breathing heavily, but nothing new there. So I'm just a bit wiped out, but starting to feel like it's going away and you get that nicer feeling. Anyway, you're not here for that. So, guys, I'm impressed with this. I don't think it's expensive personally for 14 quid. I think the quality is great. We've already done the main piece of criticism that you can go and get these for nothing if you're that way inclined. The only other piece of criticism I'd give is some people might want it a little bit stiffer because it's a little bit soft, but I don't really have a problem with that because of the size and your hand's going to be there. You're going to be kind of supporting it. It's going to be pinned between you and the car. So you're not going to notice the fact it's a little bit softer. It's fine. It's fine. So the decision, so if you're interested in wash mitts and stuff, you should definitely try this. Carpro do DabDab. They do very good quality microfiber, undoubtedly. Like all Korean, good accessories, top of the range stuff. As good as anyone's microfiber. Same with their drying towels, and then same with this wash mitt. The quality is as good as anything out there. It's going to come down to little tiny things, but I don't think there's many people that would use that and think that's a bad wash mitt. I think most people would just say, yeah, that's really good. How does it last when you give it a good hammering? Don't know, but I'd imagine it'll be okay. As long as the stitching doesn't come undone, then really does the foam disintegrate inside it eventually from going through getting all this water in it, water, dry, goes through all these wash cycles. You know, if it's out in a hot climate, does the foam start breaking down and then the mitt starts disintegrating? Maybe it does, but I would, for a good quality product like this, if it was being used professionally, I'd still want to get 2 years out of it. Which might be a tall order if you're using it every day, but I'd want 2 years out of it. And then you'll either try something different because you just like trying stuff, or you'll go back to it. But like I say, the DabDab is worth trying. It's unique, it's high quality, and it's as good as any wash media I've used to wash my car without going forensic on it, you know, doing test panels and scratches and grit removal, who knows. But you get the idea. Very, very good. And yeah, a few of you in the comments, I hadn't even heard of this till someone mentioned it in the comments. Like, I haven't heard of that. Well, how have I missed that one? But yeah, it seems to be a popular product. People seem to like it, and I understand why. So that's the Carpro DabDab.